So dear parents, there's no school for parenting. Wala pong paaralan para sa mga magulang. At kahit yung suporta na maibibigay natin sa mga anak natin sa panahon ng pandemyang ito, sa panahon ng online learning, modular, flexible, or blended learning, hindi pa rin natin po alam. Tulad din ng mga guro nila sa paaralan. Alam natin that exposure to reading materials will already help children get exposed to a print-rich environment. Kasi po, print-rich environment, halimbawa maraming babasahin, maraming pahayagan, comics, o anuman na po pwedeng damputin ng bata, tinatawag na po natin yung print-rich environment. And syempre, choosing and sharing board books, picture books, and baby books to share with our young children will already excite them to become good readers. So, I have 3 points again to share with you this afternoon. First is reading as a functional activity at home. Second is reading as an occasion to learn. And reading as a special family activity. So first, ano ba yung tinatawag natin reading as a functional activity at home? A reading contract is given by the school. So it becomes functional when we already use this reading contract to encourage our children to read. Sabihin natin, halimbawa, sige, I will allow you to have gadget time if you will actually use a number of hours or minutes for reading. Other activities at home which are functional, which can help us actually would be, so reading food labels muna. Reading food labels, yung mga ayuda ng local government. Basahin natin yung food labels, ano ba ang nutritional value ng mga canned goods na tanggap natin, ng mga noodle packs na natanggap natin. So that is also reading. So, your child is around 7 or 8 years old, you can ask the child how much carbohydrates or proteins or fats are in that kind of food. So reading food labels is one activity which is functional. Another thing is actually cooking, creating a literary culinary institute at home. There are so many books which mention food, the use of food as a theme. Halimbawa po, yung recipe ng leche flan. Pabasa niyo yun sa anak niyo habang ginagawa. O sige, sabi mo, anak, ano yung una kong gagawin? What's the first step? Should I separate first the egg and the yolk? The white from the yolk? O kailan lalagay yung asukal? Kailan lalagay yung gatas? Kailan paghahaluin? Kailan lalagay yung dayap? Halimbawa. So, cooking skills may also be developed. So, from the ingredients list to cooking directions, the family will be bonding through reading the recipe, which will help vocabulary, fluency, and probably providing you with a good dessert. That's one activity that you can do as a family with reading as a functional activity or part of functional literacy. You may also do drop everything and read. Pwede kayong magkaroon sa bahay ng activity na dear or drop everything and read. So we will spend that time particularly for reading, sharing on reading. So just like the name implies, we drop everything, take a quick trip to Wonderland using books, newspapers, and magazines. It's good for us to start already at this time creating a book nook at home with your child. So it's functional because that book nook that you are going to arrange and develop in a small corner at home will be a comfy place for your child to use already when he or she studies. So a book nook will encourage your child to have a reading place. And book nooks will motivate your children not only to read, but to select favorite parts with sticky notes, or look up words they don't know from the dictionary, or underline, or highlight particular parts of a book they want. Pwede rin kayong magkaroon ng family reading web pages. Ang mga anak nyo ngayon, very techy ng mga bata ngayon. So, why don't you encourage your grade 7 or your high school child to start doing a family reading web page, which is a simple display of what your family is reading. We can also encourage our teenagers, those already growing up, to join us in this creating moments of bonding through reading. Another point, my dear parents, is reading as an occasion to learn. Habang bata pa yung mga bata, di ba sabi ko sa inyo, kailangan maging sensitive sila sa kulay, sa tunog, dahil doon nagsisimula ang reading. No? So, maganda magkaroon kayo ng rhyme time. Bawa, sa mga grade 1, grade 2 to, habang nagbabasa kayo, you stop it with a word, and then you ask the child to get or to think of another word na ka-rhyme ng huling word na binasa niya. So, every time you put on the timer to beep, your child has to come up with a word that rhymes with the last word he read or spoke. Pwede nyo i-reset yung timer and continue reading the book you're reading with your child. So pwede rin, invent your own storyline. Hindi ko alam kung nakakita na kayo, there are some books which are wordless. Wala pong salita. At ang mga wordless books, nakakatulong yan sa mga bata natin to develop their imagination and their creativity. Pwede rin sa mga lower graders natin, mga grade 2 to 4, they can create their own books. So, pwede kayong maggupit ng mga different pieces of paper, cut them into halves, and gumawa ng parang cardstock. At pag-drawing niyo yung bata, pagkatapos ng mag-drawing, after layering the cards, pwede niya siyang gumawa ng sarili niyang kwento. You can also make your child the star of the book. Halimbawa po, ang libro ay nagpapakita ng kasaysayan ng isang bata o ng storya ng isang kwento ng isang bata. Pwede nating paggawin yung mga bata, ipapalit natin doon sa the protagonist o yung bida sa kwento. You can also become a cartographer. What is a cartographer? Yung gumagawa po ng mapa. So pwedeng halimbawa, bumasa ang bata, mga grade 2, grade 3, bumasa siya ng isang aklat, pwede niyong tanongin sa kanya, saan ba nangyari ang kwento? At pag nalaman niya kung saan nangyari ang kwento, malapit ito sa palengke, mga ilang hakbang sa simbahan, ganito karaming kalayong metro sa munisipyo, pwedeng magkaroon ng pagkakataon na gumawa ng mapa ang bata. Ikatlo kong punto is reading as a special family activity. Medyo celebratory. No? Kumbaga, hindi siya yung ordinary niyong ginagawa. Halimbawa, kids karaoke. Di ba sinabi ko sa inyo, singing is part of reading, or singing is reading. So, you can download songs with their lyrics for a family karaoke night. Or, pag birthday nyo, pag may okasyon sa bahay. So, yung makita yung mga words at makanta sila, mahalaga yun para sa mga bata. It's a way to develop vocabulary and also fluency. Another activity for the family is finding an audience. So, pag alam nyo na magaling nang magbasa yung bata o nakakabasa na siya, pwede nyong sabihin, sige nga, pakita mo kila lolo at lola, kila tito at kila tita na marunong kang magbasa. So, dahil doon, nahihiligan pa ba ng bata yung pagbabasa, nag-enjoy siya, at natutuwa din siya dahil sa nagkakaroon siya ng captive audience sa kanyang mga ginagawa. Also, siguro pagka meron wala na tayong pandemic, you can plan literature-based field trips. Halimbawa po, ang sumulat ng kwento ay si Rizal, pwede niyong dalhin sa Calamba. Ang sumulat ng kwento ay isang doktor, pwede kayong pumunta sa ospital. Marami tayong po pwedeng gawin para mahikayat natin ang mga batang magbasa. Pwede rin na magkaroon kayo ng having a date with your child to the bookshop or to the bookstore. Pwede rin, di ba kanina sinabi ko, yung dear, pwede rin na magkaroon kayo ng iba-ibahin nyo yung lugar. So, read somewhere creative. Do reaching out and read boost family reading by involving other loved ones who live far away. So, dear parents, in this episode, I hope I was able to give you some tips on creating moments, reading moments with your children, not only for learning, but also for functional literacy at home. Also, it can create really strong bonds when reading is also considered as a celebration. So now,